Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have been getting like a lot of questions about my journey from Nigeria to Austria, but questions like the documentations, the legalization, the verification, everything in general. So I'll be picking a few questions from the comments that I've been getting, and I'll be giving you guys the answer. I know this, I could have done this like a long time ago, but this is me doing it now. I just want to clear the air for how it worked for me. I am not an agent, so any information I'll be giving right here is just for me to be clear, just my own opinion, my own experience, and I'll try to be transparent as much as I can. And I'll be putting the time, the date, or when, like, if I remember, because I know the whole process took till about let's just say a year plus, but let's see how it goes. So welcome back, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel. If this is your first time coming across my video, please do subscribe and like my video, and also turn on your notification bell so that you'll be getting videos like this whenever I post. I might be looking at my book just for me to get the questions right, and to give you guys a clear information as much as possible. I wouldn't want to put out anything that is not as it should be out there. So I'm just trying to be as transparent as I can, actually. So let's get into it. So based on real-time experience, the first question I got was, how long did the whole process take? So from when I started this visa application was in the year 2023. That was in the month of August. I started gathering all the necessary documents that I'll be needing for this process. So I would say, yeah, August, but in particular I don't know the day, but started in August. Gathered our documents to take it to the High Court. Our declaration of age from the High Court, attestation of birth from the National Population Council, your WAEC and your NECO certificate. That is for people who don't have it yet. You have to go to your school and get the original WAEC, or you go to the WAEC office to get your original WAEC certificate. I'm putting it on the screen there for you to see what it looks like, not like the printout that you get, but the original certificate. Then also you would need to get your BSc certificate from your school. That is, if you are a graduate, that is, if you've gone through university, you need your BSc certificate. Then also your PSc transcript. If you're planning to travel for your masters, you need this necessary document. And also for people that are coming for their BSc, your WAEC or your NECO is very important too. And also you'll be needing a copy or a passport, copy like a passport data of your passport data. That is your passport. Just make a photocopy of the front page involving your data and the necessary if you get a passport, if you open it, there's information here and also in front of your data or something. So you just have to photocopy the data just like that, not just the data, but as full as you can. I hope you understand, guys. So these are the necessary documents you need to use to just need to gather it first of all for you to go ahead for your authentication of your documents. So after gathering these necessary documents, the next step for you to do is to send your document for authentication. Like I said, our document, we gathered it in the month of August, and when we were gathering that document, we also booked for verification date, because it's very hard for you to get the date for verification. So you have to try booking it, even if you've not gathered your document, even if you don't have the necessary document. First of all, but as far as you have your passport, of course, if you're planning to travel, you should at least have your national passport, international passport. That is very important. If you're in my page here and you're planning to travel and you don't have that, then please just go get that, because that is the necessary document you need for your travel, your international passport. So as far as you have your international passport, you'll be able to book for appointment. We already got an appointment date. Our date was to be for, it was supposed to be for January or February. That was our day, but we started gathering our documents in August. So once you get your document, the necessary document, you have to send it to Abuja for authentication of your documents. And right now there is Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja for you to do all your document authentication. But if it's your academic documents, you still have to send it to the Ministry of Education in Abuja. And for your verification, after this authentication, you now have to send, if you're staying anywhere you're staying, actually you have to get those documents back. You're not giving it to them, you're just going there to verify those, to actually authenticate those documents. Then you take it back because you'll be needing those documents for your verification and for your legalization. The first thing I mentioned was for you to first of all gather all these documents because you'll be needing them for your authentication. So after your authentication, which is done at the embassy, which is done at the Ministry of Education Abuja for your academic documents, and also all the necessary documents which is done at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. Once you get all these documents, you will be sending it in for your verification and legalization, and this is done physically. You have to be there in person for you to be able to apply for your verification. Not to apply, but to submit your documents for verification and legalization. This verification is the one you book a date ahead of time because it is very hard to get. You have to go through the VFS portal. When we did ours, the embassy was not using VFS then at that time, so we booked with the Austrian Embassy, which is in Abuja. We booked it online and we were able to get the date. But right now you can book through VFS or you can also book through the embassy. But I think VFS is much convenient for a lot of people, so you can also book through the VFS right now, which is still ongoing at this point. So you book your verification or your legalization appointment at the Austrian Embassy through the VFS portal, like I made mention of. Then you submit your documents at either Lagos or Abuja VFS, because right now there's a VFS location in Lagos. Previously it was in Abuja. Everything we had to do, we did ours in Abuja. We did nothing in Lagos. Just when we were gathering our document for the police card, that was right after we've already gotten our admission and everything. That was the only thing we did in Lagos, but every other thing was done in Abuja. So for your verification and for your legalization, you can do it in Lagos or you can also do it in Abuja. Current situation right now, it's being done in Lagos and only in Abuja in Nigeria. So, and when we did ours remember our appointment was to be for February, but lucky enough somebody we knew cancelled their appointment and they gave it to us, so we were able to do our verification and legalization. That was on the 28th of December. So, and after submitting for your verification and for your legalization, it takes the embassy 1 to 3 months for them to give you feedback about how far with your document, if it has been legalized or if it has not been legalized. So for your legalization, there is a fee you have to pay. For a family, I think it's about €500 in total. For verification and legalization, €500 in total. Then for a single person, you pay €400. And when we did ours, there was a document that was missing the first time we did ours, and they gave us an email that we need to get that document, which means we had to pay another extra money for us to get that document. So if you are planning to submit for your legalization and for your verification, you have to make sure that all your necessary documents are intact and you're doing it at the right place. For the as I earlier mentioned, I made a mention of the declaration of age. You have to do it at the Federal High Court. This is very important. If not, they would not accept it. So it has to be, everything has to be legal. You can do it by yourself. Actually, everything was done by ourselves, so you can do it by yourself. If you also feel like you need an agent, fine, that is okay. So going to the next question, it says, how long did it take for you to get your legalization and authentication done in Abuja? So like I said earlier, the legalization and authentication has took us 1 to 3 months. Within 2 months, within 1 month, 2 months, the lawyer called us and told us that she would like to visit us for questioning concerning our application. So she came and everything was done. So it took us in between 1 to 3 months. It depends, it might take more than that. This is just based on our experience, based on my experience. That is what I'm explaining to you guys, how long it took. So it can take more than that, but every information I am giving you, please, you have to confirm with the embassy, you have to confirm online, check other videos, because my experience and other people's experience might be different, so you also have to confirm. So the next question says, how many hours flight from Nigeria to Austria? How many hours flight depends on the airline you are using. You might be using an airline that doesn't have any stopover. I used Egypt Air and we had one stopover, which is at Cairo. We stayed in Cairo from just throughout the night. We stayed from 11 to the following morning, which was also 11 in the morning before we left Cairo. So it depends on the airline you're using. It might take 24 hours, it might take 12 hours, it might take 6 hours. You can just check how long is Nigeria to Austria. Depending on the hours, now determine on the airline you want to use, or it all depends. For the airline I used, we had a layover which was just at Cairo, and it was from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning. That was how the stopover was. So the next question says, please, is it true that Australia is full of hotels? Guys, I said Austria, not Australia. I am not in Australia. I know there's a lot of people confuse Austria for Australia, but it is two different things. In Austria, there is nothing like reptile. I think that should be in Australia. So this question is not for here, but let's move on. And the next question says, how many kg luggage did I go with? So for the airline I used, you are allowed to carry 2 23 kg and 1 7 kg, which is your hand luggage should be, is it 7 or 14? I would have to confirm, but I think it should be 7 or 14 kg. Then you have 23 kg 2 bags. But all in all, Gary is heavy, Egusi is heavy, so we paid for an extra luggage. So it all depends on you. If you're coming as a single person, just carrying 23 kg might be enough for you, fine. Carrying 2 might be enough, but it also depends on the airline. There are some airline that also gives more luggage space or more luggage kg. But for the airline we used, we were giving 2 23 kg and 1 hand luggage, which I'm not sure about the kg, but it should be within 7 to 14 kg. That was the allowed kg we were allowed to carry. But like I said, we also got an extra kg because we had to carry a foodstuff. Very important if you're traveling. Remember to pack your foodstuffs. It is 100% very, very important. So moving on to the next question, it says, how did we get our date for appointment in the embassy for submitting of our documents? I believe this question should be for, maybe this question is for the documents, to the verification and legalization. You have to book it online. But if this question is for the ROP submission, once you get an admission, because once you get your document legalized, you use those legalized documents to gain admission into school. So once you gain admission into any university of your choice, you would use that admission email, like congratulations, you've been given admission, to send to the embassy for them to tell them that you want to book an appointment for your ROP. That is how you'll be able to get an appointment. So I don't know which area this question is heading to, but if it's for the verification, you do that online through the VFS portal. But if it's for your ROP, you would use your school, you would use your email that you've gotten from getting an admission to ask the embassy for a date for your ROP, for you to come apply for ROP. So for your resident permit, that is what ROP is. The next question says, how much I paid. So how much did I pay on documents? Each document for your legalization costs about €80 for for each document, and the documents that are necessary for you to submit. If you're married, you submit your marriage certificate, your academic documents, which is your BSc certificate, your transcript, you submit your English proficiency. There are a list of documents there you have to confirm for you to submit, and that is €8 for each document. It all depends on how many documents you want to submit, and that will determine how much you have to pay. So I think the next question says, where is Austrian Embassy located in Nigeria? This question should not be here, because once you just ask Google, where is Austrian Embassy located in Nigeria, I'm 100% sure the question is going to pop out. But just to clarify, Austrian Embassy is just one in Nigeria, and it is located in Abuja. And that the location for the embassy should be also online. I don't have the location offhand, but if I check, I'm sure I'm going to find it. But the location is in Abuja. That is where the Austrian Embassy is located. Most embassies actually is located in Abuja. So the final question for this I'll be answering for today says, how long did it take me to get my visa and my ROP after I have submitted? For the ROP, I know someone that it took 3 days. I also know someone that it took 2 weeks. I also know someone that it took 2 months. So it all depends. From my own experience, it took me 6 to 7 weeks to get my ROP. Then for the visa, I already did a video about that, which it took just 10 days for the visa to be out. So all these questions that I've listed here are important questions that you should also verify online. Verify with the embassy, verify with other people, make your research. It is very, very important to make your research whenever you're planning for all this. Don't use just my own experience to say, okay, this is how my experience, this should be how your experience should go to. That is not so. But if you've come so long with this video, if you've watched to this point, please guys, you've watched to this point of this video, please subscribe to my channel, please like my video. I'll be dropping a video next about step-by-step documents for you to gather for your ROP if that is needed. And if you don't need that guys, also you can also mention that in my comment section and I would know. But please follow up, because I'll be dropping more content on this journey. And to use this opportunity to thank everybody that has been commenting and have been subscribing to my channel. And I know I should be posting more often, which I will be doing actually. It is not an easy journey, but yeah, we have to do it. So I hope this video helped clear the air about a lot of questions that some of you might have. And if there is a question that you have that I did not clarify in the video, you can drop a question and I will try to answer that in the comment section. I know I answer most of the questions that you guys wrote, and please just drop a question in the comment section and I will try my best to answer that. And also, if you're planning to travel to travel to Austria or to relocate to Austria, you just have to stay calm and take a step-by-step process. Stay calm. Everything is step-by-step. If you want to do it yourself, stay calm and do step-by-step. One thing I like about this process is once you do this one, it gives you an opportunity to, like a time frame for you to also gather the next step, the next document for the next step, to gather your money for the next step. It's not like choking you on your neck for you to get it in 6 to 3 days or something. So there is an interval, although the process is long, but it's a step-by-step process which is very easy for an individual to handle. If you still feel like you need an agent for you to handle this kind of stuff, it is still fine. As far as you get a very good agent to help you handle this, it is still very much okay. And also I'll be dropping, like I said, I'll be dropping more video about what I have and all that. So if you want a detailed video on any parts that you feel like I need to do more video on, please do want to drop that and I will do that also. Thank you guys for viewing, and thank you for sticking with me till now to the end of this video. I really appreciate and love you guys. See you guys in the